Hey guys, this is Ayushi from Edureka, and in today's session we'll be learning about a very interesting topic, that is web scraping using Python. Now without wasting any more time, let me quickly tell you what all we are going to cover in this session. So these are topics that I'll be covering in this session. So I'll start the session by first discussing the need. What is the need of web scraping, or why do people actually scrape a website? And then we'll understand what exactly is web scraping. Now once we get an idea of scraping, we'll then understand the different libraries which are used to scrape a website, and towards the end we'll be doing a demo where I'll be scraping a website from the scratch. So in this demo I'll be fetching some details from Flipkart. So I hope you guys are clear with the agenda. Now let me begin with the very first topic, that is the need of scraping, or why do people actually scrape a website. So scraping is basically extracting data from various websites. Now there are many ways to collect data online, but let's say I just want to collect data for comparison. So here let me take an example of My Smart Price, which is known for best price comparison. So what they do, they collect data directly from merchants. Now the larger stores generally provide the feeds which are listed on their stores, but what about the smaller stores? Now one way of doing it is to either copy the prices from different websites and then paste it to your local system, which will in turn be a very tedious job and it will consume a lot of time as well. So what you can do, you can simply scrape the prices from different websites. Now apart from these, there are many use cases, or you can say real life examples where people do scraping. So here first is your e-commerce portals. Now here what you can do, you can build your own website and then scrape products from retailer, or you can say manufacturing websites. So basically you can scrape prices, ratings, images, or any other specifications as well. Then you have market research. So here scraping can help you in providing important information to identify, to analyze the market, to analyze the need, its size, and the competition of market as well. Now it can be any kind of industry. It can be your travel areas where you can scrape reviews, or you can scrape products, or any places, hotels, restaurant, or it can be anything. Then you have social media. So here people scrape business profiles from social networks and track their online presence and reputation, and hence the list goes on. So people generally use web scraping to build the best marketing strategies, monitor them, and hence upgrade their business. So in a way, web scraping provides them a way to get information, whether it can be a website prices, it can be images, it can be data, for any analyzing purpose as well. So also you do scraping because many websites do not provide an API, unlike Facebook, Twitter and all. But in many cases you will find that web scraping is the only alternative to get data out of them. So we have discussed the various real life use cases which uses web scraping. But here the question is it actually legal? Well, maybe. Scraping is fine till you are not causing any considerable damage to the target website and you are doing it responsibly. So website is legal as long as there is no attempt to change the article or blog or anything. You should not try to override the restricted access of the website or play around with the security mechanism. Now let me tell you the companies who have faced problems while web scraping. So you all must have heard about LinkedIn. So in 2014, there was a case where they sued a group of dependents in California. Now this case was based on Digital Millennium Copyright Act, where they used a series of bots and fake profiles to scrape the data from other member profiles. So that is why you should always know the difference and respect the fine line between collecting information versus stealing it. So now let's understand what exactly is web scraping. Now as I've already explained you the need, it will be very easy for you to understand this concept. So web scraping is a method where you pull data from different web pages, extract the useful information, and then store the same data to your local storage. Now this local storage can be in any form. It can be in XML form, it can be CSV, or it can be any database as well. So web scraping is a technique where you automate the procedure within a fraction of seconds instead of manually copying the data from websites. Now we know scraping is when you extract any information. Now if you want to extract through a browser or a website or a web page, so that process is known as a web scraping. So let us see the basic steps which are involved while scraping. So the very first step is document load. Now in our case we are doing web scraping, so we have to load the entire document, which is your HTML page. Next is your parsing. So parsing is basically where you interpret your document to make your searching possible. So in HTML, there is your DOM by which you interpret all the HTML code. Next is your extraction. So here you simply extract anything like the name, like the price, or any specification of the product. And the last is your transformation. So here it basically converts the data into useful formats. Like for example, you can change the type here. Now if you have a date string and you want the output as date, so you can transform it in any form. So these are the steps which are involved to do simple scraping. Now let us see what are the different packages that are used for web scraping. Although I would recommend Python because a lot of people use it for web scraping. Well, the good part about Python is that it has libraries for everything. Now this is why it is the go-to language for many developers. Now as you can see here, there are a lot of libraries which are used for web scraping such as Pattern, Scrapy, Mechanize, Beautifulsoup and Request. So I have only used scraping. I have only used Python for scraping because what I like about Python is that it makes a string manipulation very easy. So string manipulation basically is the key where you parse any information from a page. Along with this, it is also compatible with various databases such as your NoSQL databases like MongoDB, and MongoDB is what we mostly prefer to use for data storage in web scraping. Now as you can see, there are different Python packages. Now these are not enough. We also have some other Python libraries such as XPath, you have PDF, you have Miner and many more. But here if you see, Beautifulsoup and Request are the most popular libraries in this lot, and later in the demo we'll be implementing them as well. So Beautifulsoup is a Python library which is used for pulling data out of your HTML and XML files. Now it provides you simple, in fact very simple ways of navigating, searching and modifying the HTML and many more things like that. Next is your Request. So Request is a library which is widely used for sending and receiving information over HTTP. Well, that's all for the theory part. So now let me move on to a demo part where I'll be scraping a website from the scratch. Excuse me. So here we'll be scraping Flipkart. Now let's see what all we can scrape from it. So we all know Flipkart is an e-commerce company. So what I'll do first, I'll simply search a product on Flipkart. Let's say an iPhone. So here as you can see, the list of all the iPhones will be displayed. Now what I do, I have to fetch the name of the iPhone, what are the configurations, what are the ratings and what is the price of the iPhone. So fetching all these details, I need to first view the HTML page. Now how will I do it? I have to simply right click it and go to the inspect. So this will basically open up my HTML code. Now this is my HTML code. So to understand this HTML, let me open my PyCharm and let's understand each component one by one. So this is my PyCharm community guys, and as you can see, this is the code for scraping Flipkart. Well, it is not that big code because Python makes it very easy. It has small syntaxes and it is very much similar to your English language as well. So what I have done in the beginning, I have simply imported two libraries which are Beautifulsoup and Request. So these libraries I have already discussed. So how you can import them? You can simply go to File, then go to your Settings, open your project interpreter, and here all your packages will be present. Now here as you can see, we have Beautifulsoup 4. So we just click on that and just click OK. So these packages will be imported automatically. Now I have named my Beautifulsoup as soup and Request as uRequest because I don't want to use Beautifulsoup and Request again and again. So next also I have used URLlib, which is a package. Now if you're using Python 2, you have a different package. You will be having URLlib2. Since I am using Python 3, so this will work for me. And then I have an and then I have a function which is URL open. So this function will basically import all the dependencies. Next, what I've done, I've simply specified the URL which I have to scrape. So let me just copy this URL and let me show you what does this display. Or in fact, if you don't want to copy it, just simply type in flipkart.com. You can search the product. Now in my case, it's iPhone. So as you can see, there is a list of iPhones that are displayed. So here we have all the necessary details of it. We have the title, we have the ratings, we have the reviews, we have the price as well. So this is all the Flipkart page. Now let me go back to PyCharm and let's understand the code. So here what I have done, I have my uRequest, which will basically opens up the connection, and this will grab the web page or the Flipkart page in our case, and then it will directly load it. And then what I have done, I have simply saved it to a variable which is uClient. After that, what I have done, I have passed the same variable to the read function. So this read function will dump all your data which is gathered and then store the same in the variable which is page_html. And then I have closed the connection. Then what next I have to do? I have to parse my HTML because it's a large HTML file. So let me show you the HTML. Now to see HTML, you just have to right click, go on inspect. So here on the right hand side you see your HTML code. Now if you move your cursor, you will see the left side, the pointer will be changing. So here if you want to see which part it is showing, you have this title, then if you go down you have the reviews and the ratings, and then if you'll go down, you have the content, or you can say the description, and after that you have the price. So what I have to do, I have to first search for the main class in which all these features are present. So if I go up, so this is my main class, or you can say the main div class, which covers all the element. It has title also, it has price also, it has ratings, reviews and everything. So I'll just copy this class. I'll go back to my PyCharm. So here I have written this, pasted this, the same div class which is over here. So here I have Beautifulsoup, which will help me to pass my HTML, and then I've used the function which is find all. So here it will find all the div tag which is a class. Now in some cases it may be ID also. So here we have div tag, which is a class, and the name of the div tag, and then I have stored it into containers. So next what I'll be doing, I'll be printing the length of these containers, which will basically tell me how many products that I have on this web page. So I'll comment the whole code for now. So here as we see, there are 24 products on the very first page of Flipkart. So let me show you again. So here as you can see, there are many products. Now using this length function, I have calculated that there are 24 products which are displayed on the very first page of Flipkart site. So this was for the one div class, or you say just one container, but let's say I have to fetch details of each product which is present on the web page. So what I have to do, I have to traverse the DOM elements. So first of all, I will first see the containers, or you can see the HTML code for the very first index. So here I'll be writing print soup.prettify containers and the first index. So prettify is a function which is used to beautify your HTML, or basically it will bring your HTML in a structured, or you can say an organized format. So let me just run this whole HTML. So here my HTML, so this is my basically HTML. Now what I'll do, I'll copy the whole HTML and I'll place it somewhere else. Let's say I'll place it in my notepad, so that we can see it simultaneously. Now let us try to read this HTML a bit. Now here first we'll figure out what things we need to scrape from here. So here the first thing that it is visible that we need a title of this. We need the title of the phone, which is Apple iPhone SE space gray, and it is 32 GB. Now this title is present inside a div tag, inside another div class, and then it has an image tag. Then let's see what else we can scrape from here. So here we have 4.5 rating, so this is the rating, so we can scrape this as well. And then moving on, we have the price as well. So these are three things that we can scrape. We have many more things, but for now we'll just be scraping these three things. So let me go back to my pie chart and let's see what is the first thing that we'll be going to scrape. So here what I have done, I need a loop for traversing these elements. So for that I have stored the elements of containers in a variable called as container. So this containers is my main div class which has all the elements present. So now what I'll be doing, I'll be first printing the title, or you can say the product name. So for that, let me open my HTML. So here, as you can see, in this container I have a div class, and inside that div we have another div, and inside that div we have an image tag which has a title alt, and this is basically the attribute of it. So attributes are always written in square brackets. So here, as you can see, I have print the container, and inside container there is div, and inside div we have image, and then we have a attribute which is alt. So let me just print this and let me see what does it display. So here we have the first name, or you can say the first phone, or you can say the first title of the phone. So this is my Apple iPhone SE space C that we have already seen in the HTML. Next, what I have to do, I'll scrape some other thing. Let me just comment this thing. So next I'll be scraping price. So let's see where this price is present. So here is my price. Now I have to see that in which div class this price is present. So in this div class which has the title this, so I'll just copy this and I'll go back to my code and I'll paste it over here. So this is the exact same div class which I'm talking. This. Now inside this I have container which find all the div which is a class, and then the name of the div class. Now here if you see, I have print price 0.text. Now why text? Because as you can see here, I have React ID, I have data React ID, then I have React text, then I have a rupee symbol, and we have many more tags, but this price is not enclosing any of the tags. So for that, this becomes my text. Now similarly, I have 21,000 as text, and I have 26,000, and all these things will become as text. So let me go back, and here I have print price 0, which is the first element, and then the text. So let me just print it for you. So as you can see, all the text has been displayed. So it says 21,000, which has some 19% off, and then it tells me the EMI option which starts from this price. So this is how I have fetched my price. Now what I have to do, I'll be printing ratings as well. So it will be the same procedure. So first I'll just comment the price. And for ratings, let me again go back to my HTML and let's see where is my rating. So this is my rating. Now again I have to see which class it is present in. So this is present in this class. So I'll again copy this class. I'll go to my PyCharm. I'll paste this, and then I'll say rate container which find all the div tag which is a class, and then the name of the class. Here also I have done the text, because if you go ahead and see HTML, you will see a lot of things. You have 4.5, then you have stars and all these things. So it will be very easy if you write text. So if I go ahead and run this program, so as you can see, 4.5 star 3 this rating and this reviews have been printed. the details like title, price, ratings. So let me just print them once again for you. So we have your title, we have price, and then we have ratings. So let me just print it together once more. So as you can see, I have the title, I have the price, and I have the ratings. So now what I have to do, this is showing in my terminal, but what if I want to show this in my file? So now I'll be creating a file. So I'll just again comment this, and here I'll be creating a file. So here I have created a file which is named as products.csv, and then using the open function I have instantiated a mode that is write, and then stored the same in F. So this F is a normal convention of F writer. Then what I have done, I have created some headers to it. So because CSV do have headers, so I have added manually headings to it. So I have written product name, or you can say title, then the pricing, and then the ratings, and then I have simply write it. So I have these three things for one containers. Now I have to do the same for all the containers, or you can say all the div classes which is present on the web page. So for that I need a for loop. So what I'll do next, I'll create a loop. Now here it will say for container in containers. So containers is the main class where all your element is present, or your features are present. So here I want the same things. I need the product name, I need the price, and I need the rating. So here I'll just simply copy the same things which I have already showed you. So here for printing the title, I have written container.div.image and alt. So I have copied it here, and then I have saved it into a variable which is product name. Similarly for price, I'll be copying this thing and this, and I'll be saving it to a variable which is price, and similarly for rating. So here if you see, I have added one more function, that is strip. So strip basically eliminates all your unnecessary commas or unnecessary spaces which are present on the website, because every time the spacing is not present. So in this case your extra spacing was there, so I have written this strip function. So let me now print all of these, and let's see whether my loops work or not. So as you can see, I have the title, price, and rating for all the products. So this is my first product name, then I have the price for the same, and then I have the rating. Next I have the second product name, I have the price, and then I have the rating. So similarly we have 24 products, ratings, and price for the same. Next, what you can do, let's say I don't want the entire price, or I don't just need the discount or EMI options that it provides. So what I can do, I can simply pass my string. So let me just again show you. So if you see here, I just don't need the whole price. I just need 44,999, but I don't need how much discount it has, how much EMI exchange it has, and everything like that. So for that you need to pass your string. So here if you see I have passed my string. I'll just remove the comments. So here I have first split my price. So for that I have used a function split, which will basically split my prices, and then I have again used the same function for the rupee symbol. So here as you can see, I have this rupee symbol, and in spite of this rupee symbol I want to add RS. So here I have added rupees RS, and then I have added the same variable. Next I have again split it with the E. Now why E? Because there are some features where it does not provide any discount, it just provides your EMI option. So here for that, just to look a bit clean, I have again split it with respect to E, and then the final price, or you can say the split price, is been saved in a variable which is final price. Similarly I have done it for rating. So if you see the ratings as well, I have 4.5, I have ratings, and then this much reviews, but I just need 4.5. So again I have split the string, and then I have stored the final rating in the variable which is final underscore rating. Now what I have to do, I have to concatenate all these three features. So I'll be concatenating the product name, my price and the rating. So I'll be concatenating it with the comma operator. Now if you see here, now this I'll be storing in CSV as well. So you should keep in mind there should be no extra commas, because every time it finds a comma, it will create a new column for it. So if you look at it closely, you have product name is this, which has a comma as well. So rose gold comma 32 GB. Now for that, if you want to eliminate this comma, what you have to do, you have to write replace function, which will basically replace your comma with a pipeline. And for final price and for rating, it is fine for me. So I will simply print these things and let's see what it says. So this is my concatenated string. Since I have not removed the previous one, so let me just remove the previous one so that it will not confuse you. So let me just comment these, and I just want to show the final version, which is the concatenated string. So as you can see, I have the title of the phone, which is this, and then I have the pricing, and then I have the rating. Similarly, for all the 24 products, I have the same. Next, what I have to do, I have to put the same in my file also. So I'll use the function write and I'll display the same. I'll just copy the same print statement over here, and then I'll close my file also. So we have already seen the output over here. Now let's see what this file display. So where this file will be created. So wherever your project is, you will directly go to that folder and the file will be saved automatically. So it's in my D drive, it's then into Ayushi, and then in the web scraping I have my products.csv. So let me go and click it. So here, as you can see, I have the product name, I have the pricing, and then I have the ratings. So this is what my CSV file looks like. Now let me go back again to code. So as you have seen, we have fetched all the details from the Flipkart website, and these details are automatically fetched and then stored in a CSV file, which is named as products.csv. Now one more thing, now there are a few things which I want to show you. So apart from these, we have a complete playlist on YouTube now, which covers all your topics from the basics. So you can go ahead and look at these videos. Now what you need to do, you just need to click on this bell icon to get notified. So every time when we have a live session or anytime we upload a video, you will be getting a notification for the same. Also, we have a blogging section which covers all your Python libraries such as NumPy, Matplotlib, and then your machine learning. And we have similarly separate blogs on the same. Apart from these, we also have the interview questions which will further help you to crack any interview. Now let me quickly tell you about the Python course certification which has been provided by Edureka. So these are the weekends and weekday batches. So you can choose according to your timings, and in this course all the concepts are covered from the scratch, so you don't need any prerequisites for it. And the best part about is that you get 24/7 support from the course and in fact from the Edureka. So in case you're facing any problem at any hour of the day, you can always contact the support team and they will answer your queries as soon as possible. And the last thing guys, since you have stayed for so long, we are here to offer you with the discount on any of the courses that is provided by Edureka. Not only Python but any course. So for that my team will be sending this link. So you just go through it once and fill it right away. And this was the code that we have just discussed. So here we have scraped the prices, the title and the ratings of Flipkart. So this was all for the day. Thank you guys for attending this. I hope you guys like it. And now if you guys have any doubts, you can simply ping it over the chat window and we'll be happy to help you with the same. Well, thank you everyone. Well, thanks.